Okay, y'all, so I know y'all been waiting on this story time, and I'm so sorry, but like, I had a lot going on these past couple days, but I'm finally feeling better, and I can tell y'all what happened. So I want to just say that I do not hate Mia Aesthetics, y'all. Like, I don't hate the company. I had a pleasant experience with the company itself. I just really do not like my results. I'm not going to tell y'all who my doctor is because I want to give him a chance to redeem himself when I go for my 6-month post-op appointment March 15th. Now, I will tell y'all that I went to the Mia Aesthetics in Chicago, so do with that information as you please. But, yeah, so I did not have a bad experience with the company. I paid my $500 deposit, and I chose to not make payments. I just paid my balance off once I got there for surgery. So anyway, long story short, my surgery was scheduled for September 20th of 2021. So we got there, me and my fiance got to Chicago September 19th of 2021. And the office called me and they were like, hey, your surgery is going to be scheduled for this time, but we need you at the office at this time. I don't really remember what time it was, so whatever. I got there and they had me fill out like a stack of paperwork, which was cool, you know what I'm saying? And then they were like, we need you to make your payment. So made my payment, no problem with that. About 10 minutes later, a nurse came and got me and brought me to the back. And she was like, we need you to give us a urine sample. We want to make sure you're not pregnant or anything like that. And then she took my height and my weight. Everything was cool. So then she was like, your doctor will be in here shortly. And, you could just relax until he get in here. Okay, so maybe about 5 to 10 minutes later, my doctor came in and he was like, he just started marking me up or whatever. I was super nervous, y'all, because I'm in a surgery group on Facebook specifically for him. And a lot of the girls that was in the surgery group was saying like he didn't have good bedside manners. He don't really talk to you. He come in and he just start marking you up. He don't ask to see your wish pics, or when you try to show him a wish pic, he don't want to see it. So I was super nervous. Even then, I didn't have that experience with him. Like, he came in, he was talking to me, he marked me up, this, that, and the third. But even then, I was still scared to show him my wish pics because some of the girls in the surgery group was like, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to see no wish pics. He gonna tell you straight up he don't want to see it. He do everybody the same. So I'm like, that. I'm finna show him what I want to look like. Because if he f me up, it's my fault. Who do I have to blame other than me? Okay, so what I did was I took pictures off the Mia Aesthetics Chicago page, off his page specifically for him on Instagram, of his work, of pictures of the work that I liked that he did. I took screenshots of shapes that I liked that he did, and I took screenshots of asses that I liked how he did or whatever. I showed them to him. So I showed him wish pics of his own work. So he did look at my wish pics and he's like, I think he was more so flattered about the fact that I chose wish pics of his actual work. So he did take his time and look at them. The picture that I showed him of the shape, like how I wanted to be shaped out, he was like, I could definitely do that for you, but I want you to know that in this picture, she doesn't have lats. She specifically just have hips. And I know a lot of girls come in and they want that vixen shape. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, I don't want lats because no offense to anybody that got lats, but some people look like wisdom teeth at the bottom. And I didn't want to be shaped like that. So I'm like, that's cool. I'm cool with just hips. And then I showed him a picture of a butt that he did. And he was like, that's the shape that I do, that I give everybody. And he was like, you're a good candidate for it. So, I can give you basically what you want. I'm going to snatch you up and give you what you want. So I'm like, okay, cool. So he like, you nervous at all? I'm like, I'm not scared about the surgery, but I'm nervous about being put to sleep. I've never been put to sleep before. So he was like, you'll be fine. Don't worry about any of that. So my nerves are at ease at this point because he done came in. He done reassured me that he can do what I want him to do. He made me feel comfortable. He was really nice. So I'm like, all right, cool. She's finna go smooth. About 5 minutes later, he came in and he walked me back to the OR. The sweetest thing ever I felt like he did was when I laid on the table, he put the mask over me to make me fall asleep. And all I remember is him praying over me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that was the sweetest thing ever because he knew that I was nervous about having a surgery. Okay, so boom. I don't know how long I was in surgery for. I just know I was knocked out and then I woke up shaking. Like, I was so cold, which is probably normal because I see a lot of people, when I was doing my research, a lot of people said that that's how they woke up. Like, they were shaking really hard. So it seemed like as soon as I opened my eyes, like, the girls came in and was like, okay, it's time to get you up, time to get you in a chair, time to get you out of here. I'm looking around like, what the? I just woke up. Like, I can't walk. I can't get up. They like, yes, you can. Get up, sis. Get up on all fours and we're going to help you in this wheelchair. So I got up, got in a wheelchair. They helped me get in the car, and got me out of there. And me and my fiance drove back to the hotel. Got to the hotel. I took Tylenol, and I went to sleep. I woke up maybe like 2 hours later, and I was fine. Like, I was up on TikTok. Like, I was up on TikTok playing around and stuff. I was cool, but I wasn't able to like take my faja off or shower neither. Like, they don't let you shower until after your first post-op appointment. That's when you could take a shower. So I got to Mia Aesthetics the next day for my post-op appointment with him, and the nurse came in and she asked me to take off all my garments and stuff. Mind you, this is the first time that I'm able to actually see what I look like after surgery. Okay, so long story short, this is the day after I had my surgery. I'm in my first post-op appointment, and I'm taking all my garments off and stuff. This is my first time being able to see myself since I've had the surgery. I'm taking off my garments. I'm like, oh yeah, he snapped. He snapped on my shape. I'm looking at my shape. Loving how he snatched my waist, my stomach flat. He understood the assignment. He did exactly what I needed him to do. He followed the wish pick like I asked him to on the front. Now, it seemed like as soon as I was about to turn around and look at my butt, the door opened. Before I could turn around and look at my butt all the way in the mirror, the first thing he said was, before you even look, I know you're going to see that little top part of your butt. Just know I did not put that there, and it'll go down over time. So I'm like, okay. I turn around, I look in the mirror. It's like my back, like super snatched. My waist, my back, all of that snatched. No back fat, no none of that. Everything is snatched. Then it's like a lump of fat, a flat spot, and then ass. So I'm like, okay, I understand that it's like a lump of fat right here. And as you said, it will go down with my backboard and the fat has to adjust and drop. But I'm not understanding why there's a big flat area in the middle of my butt. Because my butt wasn't shaped like this before I even had the surgery. He like, oh, well, just give it some time. You fresh off the table. You still have to fluff out. Come back when your 3-month post-op and we'll see where you at. Cool. Okay, I trust this judgment because, again, I researched the hell out of him. So let me just show y'all. This is a picture of me that I took on my birthday.
Yeah. The damn shame.
Do y'all see that it's like a dent? And this is like a picture of me without a faja on. So that's like what my butt looks like without my faja on. Okay, y'all, so I'm trying to make this fast, but with my faja on, I have my faja on right now. This is how it looks. So I'm not complaining about like how he stuffed my butt or nothing like that because I feel like he did a great job. Long story short, I went to the 3-month post-op appointment. He told me I looked great and all of that, but I still didn't feel that way. So when I turned about 4.5 months post-op, I applied for a revision and it was denied. I expressed that I was not happy with that and that I needed him to look at my pictures that I sent in again and really say if he would be satisfied with people knowing that this was his work. So when I turned 4.5 months post-op, I applied for the revision and it was denied. I expressed that I wasn't happy with, them denying my revision and he needs to look at it again and ask himself, would he be happy with people knowing that this was his work? You know what I'm saying? So they ended up calling me back and it was like, okay, well, he said come in for a 6-month review and then y'all can discuss it then. So long story short, I go back for my 6-month post-op session March 15th and I will let y'all know how that goes. But other than that, like I'm satisfied. Like I feel like he did good with my shape and all of that. And if only he didn't miss on that flat spot, which again, y'all can't really tell. Well, you can tell. But then again, it's not that noticeable with a faja on. But what the fuck am I going to do with the faja on in the summertime? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let y'all know what the outcome is.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional. And yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. All right. At this point, just work it out. You know what I'm saying? Just go to the gym. You got to go to the gym anyway. So you're going to burn off some of that fat. I think once you get a BBL, you got to start going to the gym to keep it tight anyway, right? You know? So listen, going back under the knife and going back under unconscious is even more dangerous just for a little touch up. You're not an 87 Cutlass, baby. You a human. You might have been born in 87. But yeah, it's a crazy situation. I don't know. It don't look bad. Look, her fiance, maybe husband by now. I'm sure he's not complaining. She might be complaining because it's not as round as she wants it to look. But, you know, yeah. I went on a Carnival cruise. The amount of dimples I seen on booties, and I was just like, nothing crossed my mind. Like, man, her doctor must have messed up on her BBL. Like, you know, that didn't cross my mind. But, yeah, I guess if he got it wrong, he might want to fix it. But you know, is it worth the fix? You know, a lady in the comments said, I stayed in my fire high 23 hours a day for 6 months and it completely took the dent out. You know? So this was a long time ago. I maybe if I look for an update to see what her BBL look like, you know. This is why, you know, I don't know, you since I'm a Christian, since I'm what you call a saint, because I believe everything in the Bible. God gave you the perfect body. So if you asking for the doctor to give you something better than what God gave you, ma'am, you are deeply mistaken. Let God do it. He knew what he was doing before he did it.